Roman versus Fluffy. So it's important. There's a lot of implications with that. Outside that, man, it's a fight night. It's what they typically do.
Not terrible, but
it's not good though, Chen.
I know.
They're just edging us. They're just edging us for arguably, I'd be down to argue, the greatest middleweight fight in UFC history. It's up there. Mm-hmm. I'm so intrigued by this one. Am I a prisoner of the moment? I feel like DDP Khamzat is one of the greatest middleweight competitions to ever happen in the UFC. You got Khamzat undefeated, boogeyman, DDP already a middleweight great in a prime of his career. I have no clue how this is going to fold out. No clue. Gun to the head. DDP is so good, so durable, so big, and just finds a way to win. He's just an absolute winner. He's one of my faves. And he's so unorthodox. And they have Khamzat, this boogeyman, that still on the American front, they're kind of like, who's this guy? A little bit, Obviously, cardio was an issue for him back in the day. I'm here to tell you now, I've personally, with these peepers, have seen the man train. Cardio is not an issue. But that's all predicated on, let's say Khamzat goes in there and tries to get DDP down in the first 2 rounds and can't get it done, and he gets tired. DDP in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th will finish him, So I'm interested to see what Khamzat's game plan is. I'm also interested to see how good DDP's grappling is. I've heard training room stories where he's just this freak, but I've personally seen Khamzat beat world-class wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys. Like, toy with them. So my question, I know how good Khamzat is. DDP, obviously he's an absolute monster and world champion for a reason. But is Khamzat so good? Is his grappling and all that so good where even DDP can't withstand the first, couple of minutes? Does Khamzat change his game plan? Because it's a 5-round fight. It's for a world title where he's not what makes him great, where he's just banching the first few rounds. Does he slow it down? Does he try to strike with him? I'm so intrigued by this fight. So intrigued. I bet they fight a few times. This won't be the last of it. It's one of those fights. We're getting a trilogy out of this. It's a Volkanovski, Max Holloway vibe fight. We're like, okay, here we go. Frank Yeager, BJ Penn, Yeah.
Have you heard the back and forth that Robert Whitaker and Israel Adesanya talked about?
No.
Fighting DDP?
No, what
they're like, dude, he's just like so goofy, but everything works. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't take it.
They're like, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think too, me too, I'm guilty of this as well. Like, when you watch DDP fight, especially when it's coming up, I was like, oh, this guy is going to get to a certain level and he's toast. Like, it's a little sloppy, it's unorthodox, and then no one can figure it out.
Yeah.
And he's massive, and he has cardio, and he's tough. He's just fucking good, dude. Yep. But if you were to have a young kid, you wouldn't put on a DDP fight and be like, this is what you need to fight like, because there's only one DDP. And that could be an X factor in this fight. If you're Khamzat, who do you bring in to mimic DDP? There's nobody.
RDR? That's it.
RDR maybe. But even he doesn't have the striking or power or tenacity of DDP. I don't know. But again, if I'm Khamzat, I'm like, I don't care what DDP does. I'm going to insert my game plan, my will, and take this dude out. I think that's what, and from what I've seen, I think that's more of Khamzat's style. Like, I don't care what he does. I'm going to get him down, choke him out, or pound him out. That's it. It's a fascinating fight. And then they announced Aaron Pico, who's supposed to fight Ivalov, right?
Yeah. But Leon Murphy now?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a tough fight for Aaron Pico in his first one, but that's how high the UFC thinks of Aaron Pico. Have you seen that dude lately on Instagram?
Aaron?
Jacked. Insane shape. It's well documented. I've been a fan of Aaron Pico for a hot second. I hope he does well. I hope he's the one that breaks the Bellator curse and comes over and really look at him with Khamzat right
Holy
there.
Crap.
Yeah, dude. He's also grown up. You gotta remember when you saw him in Bellator when he fought at Madison Square Garden, he's a kid. Like that's a grown man there.
Yeah, he's freaking jacked.
Khamzat said, "Let me put this flag over my open body." Yeah, Pico looks like insane shape.
And it's Lerone, now I remember, Lerone Murphy. That
He's a stud. It's not an easy fight.
No.
Now, I like it, as an Aaron Pico fan, I like it way more than the Evolov fight.
Yeah.
Way more. I
Still
hated
tough,
that.
but yeah,
I hated
better.
that fight for him.
Dude, he's so jacked now.
You're a grown man now. Yeah, I hope he does well, man. I'm praying for that dude.
This is a dope fight. Carlos Ulberg versus Dominic Reyes. That's going to be in Perth,
Fight
Australia.
night? Yeah, that's a good one.
They're headlining that one.
It's a great fight.
Yeah.
The Dominic Reyes story, I root for him, man.
Oh, yeah, I love that story too.
Yeah, I root for him.
And he did IT like me. That's why I like him even more.
He did what?
IT.
Yeah, played football.
And football, yeah. All right. And also, this is kind of related to the Perth thing. So Dan Hooker has some issues with the UFC now because he was willing to fight in Perth for that card, even though he had a hand injury and he wasn't like completely healed. But then because he didn't do some sort of like interviews and stuff, because the timing, the UFC revoked his tickets to watch his buddy Kai Kara-France. Yeah.
They took his tickets day of the
Kai
fight?
Kara-France. I don't know if it's the day of the fight. But
Go back. Let me see. Let me see the quote or below. What's he say there? He goes, "They tried to get me out of bed at 7:30 in the morning. The UFC booked me for some shit, which is 3 in the morning New Zealand time. I didn't even go out. I had an early night, but I did not get out of bed at 3 in the morning to do just about anything. I slept in. I didn't go to the UFC thing. They canceled my tickets to Kai's fight, and then so it's like I'm going to rush back and fight injured for a company that's going to cancel my tickets to an event when I traveled all the way to Vegas. I would have fought injured, but then someone at the desk has crossed my name off the list. You work in the office, brother. I work in the, you think there would be a bit more respect there for guys who literally give their life. The amount of blood, sweat, and tears I poured in putting shows on for that company, oof. I thought there would have been a bit more respect there, but there's not, which is cool. Business is business. We can fight on my terms then. I'm not going to break my back for a company that doesn't respect me." Hooker didn't clarify exactly why his tickets, tickets for UFC 317 were revoked, but he made it clear he would not be making any quick turnaround for the promotion, despite wanting to fight closer to home on the Perth card. He wants Arman Sarukian. Yeah, take my money. 20 grand for an extra 10 minutes is the going rate. I'm a logical thinker. In what world do I get $500,000 for 15 minutes? Then I get $500,000 and 20 grand for a half an hour. Oh, Hooker.
He went deep into it, yeah.
Oh, Hooker. When I used to work in a bloody kitchen factory, do you think I did 8-hour day and got paid a couple $100, and then I'm going to do twice as much work and get a fraction more money? Just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, Hooker's a smart one. Oh, but for the experience, shove it up your effing ass, bro. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to work for twice as long. If you want me to go to work for twice as long, pay me twice as much. That's how it works. Correct, sir. That's how it should work.
Yeah. I don't know how much more you want to go into this, but yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's business, and the fight that makes the most dollars makes the most sense for the UFC. Yeah, correct, buddy. Yeah, the sooner these guys learn it's all a business, even if you're doing short notice fights, even if you're injured and taking fights still, none of it matters. None of it matters.
Oh, that reminds me.
Talk to Chris Weidman. Talk to anyone for that matter.
Your point about the whole Moicano not taking the 200 grand. Matt Brown also talked about that as well. It's like, what the hell are you doing, dude? It's just... Yeah,
I saw Matt Brown's quote. He was like, he thinks people are like, oh, man, you're so loyal to the brand. Good for you. He's like, no, you're a dumbass. Matt Brown's a little more direct than I am, but yeah, he's right. No one's like, dude, good for you. Because again, this is how it goes for everyone. And I'm not saying the UFC should do it any different. But the fighters have got to look out for themselves. That's all I'm saying. Because the UFC is going to do what's best for the UFC. The fighter, you're independent contractors. You have to do what's best for you, but you're not. And with the whole McConnell thing, I love McConnell. He's a smart dude. But for McConnell, it's like, buddy, you not taking the money, it just hurts you. It doesn't help with leverage in the UFC. It doesn't help with your career in the UFC. That money's gone forever once you decline it. It makes zero sense across it, but there's no benefit in any facet. Yeah. There's no benefit in not taking it.
And it doesn't make barely any impact on the UFC, but it makes a huge
No, the UFC's already paid the money. For them, it's like, okay. They don't give a fuck.
for his life. It's like,
yes, dude.